Good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Good. Um, it's been a while since we've talked, and when we talked last time, we kind of initially you had had a fight. You haven't had any more fights, have you?
I haven't. I
Oh,
haven't. I'm
good.
so glad about that too. I think
Good.
things have actually seemed to be looking up a little bit, maybe in some areas of my life, and so I'm
Good.
really hoping I can stay away from fighting for sure.
Good. Good. And we had also kind of set a goal last time that you would maybe go to because you were lonely because your parents were gone all the time and you spent a lot of time alone, that maybe you would go to the local McDonald's or somewhere and connect to iFi and talk to your friends. Have you done that?
I did. I went two or three times in the last couple of weeks. A couple of times not successful because my phone was messed up, but one time I got to go and I had some free time and I had a little bit extra money, so I went to have some dinner, and so I went and I just kind of sat over by myself and hooked into their Wi-Fi. And actually, three of my friends were online at the same time, and we kind of talked a little bit. And one of them even said he would meet me sometime, like we could hang out maybe.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Well, I was wondering if we would talk a little bit today about because sometimes when we're angry or anxious or lonely, we need to remember and value ourselves. So I was wondering, could you tell me three or four things that are good about yourself, characteristics that you're proud of?
Oh, that's kind of hard. I don't I don't usually think like that, but I can try. Um, I mean, I don't know. I I like to read. I like to read books.
Good.
Not many people know that because I don't really have books ever like out where people can see. But like at home, I read a lot. Um, I think I think it helps me because I sometimes I can like connect to the characters and I guess people might call me if they knew they might call me a nerd because like I kind of get lost in the book sometimes
Awesome.
and so I do I'm alone all the time so I do a lot of reading. Um, And then of course I know I told you like I don't have too many friends really, but I feel like I'm a good listener. Like I did have a couple of times this girl that I kind of liked, and she we were just friends, but she was having some problems at home, and she was always telling me I don't know if she didn't have anybody to talk to. So I kind of think I'm a good listener, and then sometimes I like to make music videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
a I've got a program on my computer at school. I mean at home and where I can kind of create my own videos, and that's a lot of fun. So sometimes, especially when I'm bored, I do some of that.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. And I had forgotten at the beginning of this that I needed to tell you that whatever you share with me is confidential and I won't share it with other. The only time I would share it with others is if there was an abuse going on to either yourself or anyone that is in your life that you know of, that and if you were harming yourself or harming someone else, or if there was some reason that the court wanted to have a record of what we had talked about for some unknown reason. Those are the only reasons I would ever break the
Yeah,
confidentiality. So I forgot to say that. So
that's okay. I know you tell me every time, so it's okay.
okay. Well, that is so good. Doesn't that make you feel good when you talk about things that are good about yourself?
It does. It makes me wish I had somebody to talk to more because I really do. I
Good.
really can tell. Just my mood is a lot better whenever I have somebody that I can talk to or connect with.
Good. Good. The other thing I was going to ask you is, can you tell me some time in your life when you, or even on a daily basis, that you've done something kind for others? It may be just open the door for someone, or just do you do kind things for others when you get a
Mm,
chance?
I don't know if I go out of my way really, but I mean I know when I go after school to math tutoring now that I've been going so long, the teacher lets me help some of the other students that are in there now that I've
Oh,
learned some of the things, and so that
good.
really helps me with my math work, and it does feel good to be able to help somebody else who because I mean I know how it feels when you don't know what you're doing, and so I'd say maybe that, and then I don't know. Like last week, I was walking into school, and there was one of my teachers. Well, actually, one of the teachers. I don't have her in class, but she was coming in, and she had her hands full and had like 3 bags and a drink or coffee or something, and she couldn't open the door, and so I kind of just like I didn't want a bunch of people to see me, but I did pull open the door, and she said thank you, and I
Aw,
said it's no big deal, and
awesome.
so I don't know. I try to be nice to my dad, and sometimes you know sometimes that works. Most of the time he doesn't say anything, but I try to like keep up, pick up after myself and do stuff. He's not home much, and I try to keep the apartment kind of picked up so that he doesn't have to do stuff when he comes in from work. And I don't know. I don't know if he notices or not, but I don't know if you call that something nice,
It
but
is. That's
I
awesome.
try.
Good for you. Good for you. I'm so glad that that is good and it makes us feel good to help others and keeps us from being anxious and because our purpose here is to love and serve others. So, how is things going at home? Have you got to spend any more time with your dad or mom or
Oh, they're okay. I don't know, maybe a little bit better. A couple of times lately, Dad's come home a little bit early from work, and actually instead of just going over and plopping himself down in front of the TV, he sat down at the table with me while I was doing some homework, and um, I don't know. We tried talking a little bit. It's kind of hard because he doesn't really get anything I'm doing, and um, but I was glad it looks like he's maybe kind of trying. And so I did ask him if he thought maybe in the next few days if he could get off again early one day, if maybe we could, I don't know, go do something. I don't know if he wants to do anything with me or not, but I figure if he won't try, maybe I can try since I've been having some luck with my friends and stuff. I thought, well, I'll just try it with Dad maybe and see. So I don't know. I don't know if he will or not. He didn't say yes or no either way, but he didn't completely, I guess, say absolutely not. So,
good? Well, I'm so glad. So how's math going? And are
oh, it's
you?
still hard. It's
Is
still
it?
hard, and I'm still. I mean, I can't. If I stop going in after school to get help, I mean, I know I'm going to start doing bad. So I just told myself I've got to keep going in there. But some of it I can do, and some of it's okay. But there's still. I mean, it just gets harder, and so I'm still worried. I'm real worried that I'm not going to do well because I can do okay when he helps me, but then we have a test, and sometimes I don't do so well, and so I'm always worried about my grades. I can't take that class again. I got to pass it because I want to graduate next year, and so I mean I think I constantly worry, but I mean I guess it's better a little bit. At least I know I'm getting help and that he'll help me anytime I need it. So
I'm so glad. That is awesome. I'm so glad to hear those positive things about you, and you have not been in any other fights.
no, but I mean I still got people that are trying to mess with me. I mean I just keep remembering what you tell me and like just try to stay away if I can and not put myself in those circumstances or positions. But it's hard. I mean, some of the guys that I want to hang out with, they hang out with some of those other people that are kind of like harassing me sometimes, and so I still like it's hard to trust really those guys. I think that really maybe are my friends because I know I don't want to mess stuff up and get myself in any more trouble, but it's something I deal with on a daily basis. I mean, I got to do I don't know, talk to myself or just make sure I kind of keep to myself. So far, that's been working okay, but it's still lonely.
Uh-huh. Have you ever done any meditation? You know what meditation is? Like being
Oh, I've heard about
silent
it.
and you breathe
Hmm.
and it's something you might, if you start having anger feelings, it's a suggestion I would have is you might, um, because when you do meditation, what you do is you try to not have any thoughts and you get yourself in a comfortable position and you close your eyes and just, try it for 5 minutes first and then
Hmm.
go to 10 and just breathe.
I got an advisory class where we don't really do anything. So, I mean, if we have homework, we can work on it.
Uh-huh.
But if we don't, I mean, we just chill. So, I mean,
Uh-huh.
I listen to music and stuff, but I could try. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
something like that.
It's good for us, good for
I
you
don't know.
mentally.
I really still, I really would like some friends. I mean, I don't know what to do about that. I maybe I can go, maybe I can get to McDonald's more often. I don't know, but like I really do wish I had some close friends that I could, talk to and trust and hang out with.
Well, one of the traits that you told me that you had, that a positive trait, is a listener. And you said one of the girls that you had that had responded to you being a good listener. Try that. Let's practice that as one of your goals this week, is to, because people love to talk about themselves. And you have lots of students that you go to school with that probably have no one to listen to them. So let's try to make that a goal, that you're listening to someone else and hearing about their problems. And that is a good way to make a friend,
Hmm.
is to be a listener. So
Yeah, I mean, all my friends that I mean, I know I keep saying I don't have very many, but like the two or three that I talk to, I mean, they've all got stuff going on with their parents or with their girlfriend or a brother or sister. So I mean, we've all got stuff I know we have in common. It's just sometimes we don't make the time to, and I kind of feel weird sometimes like asking them questions, but I know like I can tell, just coming in and seeing you these last few weeks has helped me. I know when I leave here, so um, I, I'm willing to try anything you ask me to try.
oh, good. Thank you. Thank you. That's encouraging. And so it's important for us to, the things that I want you to set as a goal is to remind yourself of those qualities. You told me that you like to read, that you're a good listener. You told me that so more opportunities will come up this week for you to maybe even open the door for someone. And I want you to remember those things so that when we talk next week, that you say, this is what I did that was positive, that I feel good about myself. I listened to this person. I went out of my way to be opening the door or doing something kind to the students in the math class. So keep those things in mind, and then let's talk about them when you come back next week.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Like, okay, so I was in the library the other day, because trying to get a book, and I was trying to be in there when there's nobody in there, and but um, the librarian was started asking me kind of some questions like what I like to read and stuff, and I was telling her, and she showed me this whole big section of stuff that kind of like I'm interested in, and so she just. I mean, I don't know. I've been thinking about this for a while, but she asked me if I would maybe want to come work in the library some. I
Oh,
know. I first thought, well, that'd be cool, but then, like I said, like nobody knows, like really that I'm like a big reader or anything. So I don't know. What do you think about? What do you think about me hanging out in the library some? And I don't know.
I think you should. And not just the reading, but the fact that you've told me that you're good at making music videos. The library has lots of resources that you could check into that, and maybe find a friend that's interested in also making music videos. So let's make that another goal this
Hmm.
week, that
Yeah,
you,
there's always computers in there
yeah,
that are not
yeah,
being used.
yeah.
I could maybe see if
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I can access some of the stuff, but I guess I could try and ask
Yeah.
and see. But I don't know. I've just been thinking about that. Like that might, and I mean, maybe I could, maybe I don't know. Maybe it would help me meet some new people. I don't know.
Yes, it would.
I don't know.
You may find that it's not just that the calling somebody a nerd just because they like to read. You might find some very cool people that love to hang out at the library. So that's another goal that we'll set for this week, is that you're going to read, you're going to listen to someone, you're going to extend kindness to others, and please check into that possibility of working in the library. If it was just one day a week, it would be something that you would enjoy.
I'll
So,
think about it.
okay,
I'll think about it. Okay.
okay, all right. Well, thank you so much for coming. And is there anything else that you'd like to tell me? Oh, and also I mentioned that you might try the meditation when you have a
Yeah,
chance.
I'm gonna for sure. I'll for sure try that in an advisory this week and see, because I mean I can do that and nobody knows I'm doing that.
Exactly. They'll
Yeah,
think you're asleep.
yeah. I'll give it a try.
But we have a lot of resources in our head and in our heart that will come to us when we are quiet.
Hmm.
Quietness is a lovely thing. So, well, thank you so much, and And I